What's up, everybody, and welcome to ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. I'm Drew Bosley. You can find me over on Twitter at ArtisticGamer28, and that is the one and the only Scott Savage over on Twitter as well with Savage. Scott, what's happening, buddy?
Oh, it seems like it's another great day for video game news. Does it ever stop?
No. Not even in the slightest. And we even have more stuff on the go because why? Well, it's E3 week. Dude, we have so much to talk about. What's coming up on today's show? Well, Battlefield just revealed their latest game yesterday with 2042. That's coming with a full reveal this weekend at E3 to kick things off. And we've got our predictions as well coming up on today's show. And just before we launched, Microsoft dropped a bomb. But before we get started, don't forget you can join us live every day, Monday to Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, when things work well, over at twitch.tv/theofficialITG. But if you can't join us live, it's no big deal. Hit us up later at InsideTheGame.ca, YouTube, podcast services, and TV streaming networks around the globe. Scott, we'll also be back this afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern because it's the Summer Games Fest. We'll be there live, reacting. Come back, hang out with us. Watch what is in store. It's just getting things started for the E3 week. But things getting started right now, buddy. You're up. Because why? Well, it's Battlefield 2042.
Yes, this is a story that's definitely got my name all over it.
Sure does.
I'm excited to report. We just got this information yesterday. I believe the world got a little bit of a teaser, and there's more information coming. But this is Battlefield 2042, another Battlefield game on the way, which is great news for me. But this is the next generation of Battlefield is launching worldwide on October 22nd. Now that's if all things go to plan, as I must state, as those release dates sometimes are shifting, but let's hope they stick to this one because I'm excited. This game is coming to the Xbox series of consoles, including the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and the PC through Origin, Steam, and the Epic Game Store. It's coming out just about everywhere.
Scott, what's your thoughts on the game? You saw the trailer, big reveal. It was like a 5-minute video. Just kind of, well, yeah. What's your overall impression so far?
I am excited to say the least. But there's a lot of new things that look like they're going to get worked into the game. I've seen people on Twitter talking about mechs need to come to Battlefield.
Right.
And I thought that was kind of a strange thought, but it makes a lot more sense now that I see this kind of a reveal because they showed off the pack hound dropping out of the sky and joining the battle.
Yeah.
Everything's just a little futuristic. It's a place in time that's not very often touched, especially by Battlefield. So my first reaction is to be very excited because I think this might just shake up the formula that they've established.
Nice.
But this announcement includes quite a bit of information here, but they've gone on to state a groundbreaking first-person shooter set to revolutionize the modern multiplayer sandbox. This is powered by cutting-edge technology that pushes the capabilities of next-generation hardware. The game drops players into a near-future all-out warfare experience that includes the franchise hallmark, which is the game-changing destruction. This is featuring matches filled with up to 128 players on the latest consoles and PC. That's huge. This unprecedented scale adds a new dimension to multiplayer battles. Battlefield 2042 also is supposed to up the action with the inclusion of real-time events that reshape the battlefield and tactical combat. All new weapons, vehicles, and gadgets give players the freedom to be strategic and create jaw-dropping, only in Battlefield moments. I'm getting excited already. I don't know if you can tell.
I was waiting. Yeah, I can see it.
In this version of Battlefield, the world is on the brink. Shortages of food, energy, and clean water have led to dozens of failed nations, creating the greatest refugee crisis in human history. Among these non-patriated or non-pats are families, farmers, engineers, and even soldiers. But amidst the crisis, the United States and Russia draw the world into an all-out war. No-pat specialists join both sides, not fighting for the flag, but for the future of the non-patriated in this world. So they're setting up a huge amount of backstory for this one, too.
Well, that's the thing, though, Scott. There's no campaign.
Yes, I've heard of that myself, and it hurts a little bit. I've also heard that there is not any plans for a Battle Royale mode at this time.
Really?
I'm not sure if we'll see them reverse course, possibly.
How shocked are you, Scott, that there is no Battle Royale coming with the game?
Well, I was one of those supporters of the Ring of Fire that they added to the Battlefield 5, I believe, but it just wasn't very popular overall. So sure. I guess they've just kind of abandoned that in favor of their normal bread and butter. So I can't really fault them for that. There's a lot of battle royales that are coming out as the time goes on. So it makes sense from a business standpoint, but I am a little bit disappointed as a consumer.
No, for sure. And the fact that there's no campaign either, Scott, how does that one grab you?
Yeah, that one stings a little bit because I am always in favor of the campaign. I definitely enjoy them myself. They don't have to be super story laden for me to enjoy it.
Right.
So I'm kind of just disappointed that there's no campaign. Wouldn't it be strange if Halo came out without a campaign?
Yep.
It's not quite that bad, but
yeah,
I think it's a big missed opportunity.
I think so as well. We'll see what the future holds, Scott, but obviously you're excited. I know I was talking to Kyle last night, a good friend of the show, and he's pretty excited for it as well. Man, we'll see. I don't know. Battlefield's never really been one for me. It's never kind of grabbed me, but I always jump in to see, kind of give it a go. But we'll see what happens. It looks cool. We'll see if I stick around, but I think you're in for the long haul here, man.
Yeah, I am. I don't want to toot my own horn too much here, but I'm sort of a pro in Battlefield 1. It's time for me to reprise my role.
There it is. He's put it down already. Let's move on, Scott, because we got some big news coming this morning out of Xbox, bringing the joy and community of gaming to everyone. This is over on the Xbox Newswire, just launched this morning. At Xbox, our mission is simple. Bring the joy and community of gaming to everyone on the planet. To achieve that, we aspire to empower everyone to play games you want with the people you want anywhere you want. This is exactly what they're doing. So here's what's going on. Let's get into some quotes here. We believe that games, that interactive entertainment aren't really about hardware and software. It's not about pixels. It's not about people. Games bring people together, said Spencer. Games build bridges and forge bonds, generating mutual empathy among people all over the world. Joy and community. That's why we're here. That's from Phil Spencer. Yo, dude, I just got goosebumps.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
That speaks to me.
Leave it to Phil. The guy is just incredible. I don't know, man. He's got a way. He's got his way. I like it. I like it a lot. We believe that Microsoft can play a leading role in democratizing gaming and defining the future of interactive entertainment. There are really 3 key areas where we believe we have an incredible competitive advantage. First, our leadership in cloud computing. Yep, here we go. You ready, Scott? Second, the resources we have to build our subscription service, Xbox Game Pass. And third, our overall focus on empowering creators. So here it goes. This is what's happening right now. Xbox Game Pass is changing the way we discover, connect, and play. Xbox Game Pass members play 30% more genres and play 40% more games. And more than 90% of members said they played a game that they would not have tried without Game Pass. Dude, how many times you just downloaded a game just because it's on Game Pass and you didn't have to pay for it?
Yeah, this is describing me almost exactly.
Right? On average, across the Game Pass library, partners see engagement go up by more than 8 times when they enter Game Pass. Whether it's purchasing games inside or outside of what's available in the library or purchasing additional content for the games they like, members spend 50% more than non-members. Xbox Game Pass has become a true discovery engine, a platform for connection and community, and is driving game sales. New insights we're sharing today include, since we started our partnership with EA Play and Game Pass Ultimate, our players have been engaging with EA subscription service in a significant way. Compared to before the integration, EA Play has seen record usage on Microsoft platforms, driving hours played on these platforms up by more than 200%. Scott.
That is a lot of people jumping into EA games.
Oh,
we know
man.
there's those sports guys out there that will play it a lot, whatever the newest iteration is, but this opens it up to a lot more people. That's positive to see.
Absolutely. The new Square Enix game Outriders is in Game Pass and was also the #1 selling digital game on Xbox during its launch week, and a top 10 selling digital game on Xbox in the month of April. During launch week, you ready for this one? Because this is one we never thought we'd ever see. MLB The Show 21 was the biggest sports game of the past year on Xbox and the second biggest sports game of all time on Xbox. Probably leading that one would be FIFA. Let's be honest.
I was just about to ask, what do you think is #1 in that case? Holy.
That would be FIFA, dude. Without a doubt, it's got to be FIFA. But Xbox and Xbox Game Pass are coming to more screens. This is the biggest news. Ready? Xbox is working with global TV manufacturers to embed the Xbox experience directly into internet-connected televisions with no extra hardware required except a controller. Scott, we called this, dude. We said it was coming to every platform possible because they don't care about your Xbox console. They want you to have Xbox Game Pass. Xbox is exploring new subscription offerings to Xbox Game Pass so more players around the world can experience the most immersive and fun games across devices, geographics, and financial realities. Xbox is working with telecommunication providers on new purchasing models like Xbox All Access, which allows consumers to buy both a console and Game Pass for a low monthly price rather than spending money up front. Xbox is building. Go ahead, Scott. Go ahead.
A bit of a financing option there. I remember reading about something similar to this, a program they ran before that was quite interesting, but this is bundled with Game Pass. It's a much easier sell now.
Absolutely, right? If you can get it in there, because I know a couple of people we've been talking to wanted that all access pass, so all they had to do is spend $30 a month and they got the new Xbox. It's a lot easier than upfronting $500, right? $600. So
yeah, well, and with new consoles coming out now, it's even more opportune than ever.
Yep, absolutely. Xbox is building its own streaming devices for cloud gaming to reach gamers on any TV or monitor without the need of a console at all. Dude, that's what I mean. It's all about Game Pass. They don't care if you own the console. They just want you in on their service. Cloud gaming through Xbox Game Pass Ultimate will launch in Australia, Brazil, Mexico, and Japan later this year. In the next few weeks, cloud gaming on the browser will open to all Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members with Edge, Chrome, and Safari support. Players will be a click away from gaming on almost any device. Scott? Stadia is in trouble, dude. Stadia is in a heap of trouble.
Yeah, they're either going to have to up their game
Oh
or
man.
put on the color green and just kind of blend in.
They're like right now, people over at Stadia have just got to be freaking out a little bit, going, what do we do now? Because basically what they have is a Steam platform over on Stadia, because there is no first party studios. What's going on now in the world of Xbox is cloud gaming is taking over with their subscription service of Xbox Game Pass. Dude, they're about to dominate this entire market. If you are a PlayStation fan, you don't have an xCloud service. You have PlayStation Now. Well, that's okay, but dude, it does not compete when it comes to the world of xCloud, and it works. I've played xCloud. I think it's a fantastic service. We always talk about the Xbox Game Pass. Dude, the combination of these two are going to disrupt the world of video games, because no longer will you need a console. You just need to have a TV connected and a service subscription, and you're into the world of Xbox.
Yeah, it's all on the cloud now. And I just had an interesting thought. I think Sony was actually the first to kind of pioneer this with the I think it was the Xperia phone that you could stream your console to and play on the go.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that was like magic 10 years ago.
Dude, you
And
could play your PS4 on PlayStation Vita, and it was awful. It was so bad.
No, the pioneers often have a hard time setting down the standards, but we've seen Xbox jump in again probably a year ago, where they added their cloud gaming on the phone. You could access certain libraries from your cell phone and play that, and actually connect a controller Bluetooth wise. So we've seen them take steps towards this, but they're jumping headlong in now by bringing the full library, it seems.
Absolutely. And that library expands now with more than 23 studios worldwide creating games for Xbox. Our goal is to release at least one new first-party game into Game Pass every quarter. Role-playing games, shooters, strategy titles, adventure games, and more are all being built by our first-party teams to ensure that there is a steady stream of compelling exclusive content to explore. Dude, holy crap. I'm definitely curious to see what is PlayStation's answer to this.
Yeah. Well, prior to this, it's said that PlayStation owned the market for the most part when it comes to console sales.
Yeah.
And but when you get to this new generation now, it's no longer about how many consoles you're selling. Those Game Pass numbers are massive.
Absolutely.
And if you use that as a metric to kind of judge the fan base, this might be the generation for Xbox.
This could be, right? This is the pivotal, I think, turning point. The minute they are able to distribute their platform, their platform being the xCloud and the Game Pass, to TVs, and you don't need a console anymore, Scott, like, that's incredible, dude. Now, this doesn't work for everybody, right? Not everybody has great internet speed. If you don't have great internet speed, you're going to be bogged out, and you're going to be just in a buffer the entire time trying to play your game, and that is irritating as all hell. So if they can get past that and get good internet speed and just tap in, dude, like, this is a game changer.
Well, and it sounds like it's going to be very positive for the developers as well. There's a lot of benefits to getting onto the Game Pass, as they've stated. It really brings a lot of eyes to your game and a lot of purchases that otherwise wouldn't be there. So it seems to be good all around. I really hope a lot of development jumps onto Game Pass, in addition to their 23 studios.
Absolutely. Scott, I think what we should do right now is quickly jump into the world of E3, because it is launching starting today with Summer Games Fest. We'll be back again at 2 p.m. Eastern. From there, let's break down what's going on over the course of the weekend, just real quick, because like we always do, we talk a lot. So starting tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern is the New World Deep Dive. This is Amazon's latest game. Man, I'm already nervous for Amazon. Gotta be honest.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of stumbling in the past.
Yeah, absolutely have, without a doubt, right? And then we get into the Netflix Geeked Week, Tribeca Game Spotlight, and the Koch prime time, see what they have to showcase. That is 3 p.m. Eastern. Definitely curious to see what they have up their sleeve. And then we get into the big heavy hitters on June 12th at 3 p.m. Eastern will be Ubisoft forward Scott. I am pumped to see what Ubisoft has up their sleeve. I want to see, I don't think it's going to happen because we talked about how Splinter Cell is really more or less dead, I think, at this point. But I would love to see something out of Splinter Cell. I want to see something out of Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah, and even Battle Cats, I believe was the name for it. I'm curious to see any sort of concept, gameplay, anything that they have to offer to explain that a little further. I would like to see that as well.
I don't think we will. They touched on the fact that they are not going to have that at the conference as well. So that's a little disappointing. But coming in after that will be 4:30 with Devolver Digital. They always have cool and unique titles. It's always interesting to see what happens there. And then as we get into June 13th, Scott, Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, the guys, all of us will be live because it's Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase. Dude, it's heavy hitting swinging time. What do you think that's going to be like?
Oh, well, we know we're going to see something about Starfield.
Yeah.
I think that's a given. And hopefully something Halo related, but
absolutely.
They've been kind of drip feeding information about Halo this whole time, so I hope there's something meaty coming with that presentation.
I want to see more on Everwild. I want to see stuff on Fable. I want to see the next Forza Horizon would be nice. And I want to see Perfect Dark.
I was just gonna I had to add that. If you were not going to, I would really like to see some Perfect Dark. Even if it's just a silhouette of Joanna Dark in a future city, you know, that's enough to give me goosebumps.
That's fair. And then after that, at 3:15 p.m. Eastern Time is Square Enix. And then followed by 5 o'clock is Back for Blood Showcase, which is, I believe, a half hour. Then from there, we get into Monday, which is a weird lineup of things on Monday, man. Like, just like, I don't know what's going on. Verizon.
Interesting names in this one. Yeah,
right. And television, Take-Two Interactive Panel, Mythical Games, Indie Showcase, which is only half hour long. Like, it's just really weird. And then Tuesday wraps up everything with a Nintendo Direct and Nintendo Treehouse. We also get some Bandai Namco Entertainment and some E3 awards and things like that. So, dude, a busy weekend coming up in our world for sure. Lots to talk about, lots to cover. Always a good time. Scott, why don't we get into the rest of the show? What game announcements are happening and what new releases are coming out today?
All right. Well, we have a delay on the title Starbase. Now, that's by Frozen Byte. They've decided to delay the launch. It was stated to be in early access, but they've since pushed that back just a little bit.
Yeah.
More time in the oven. I'm going to repeat again. That's usually a good thing. So
usually is.
Still hopeful for that. This early release of Starbase was slated for June 17th. It is going to be delayed. They have looked at the release readiness of the game and listened to the feedback of alpha testing and have decided to delay.
That's fair.
The next release target that they're aiming for is July 29th, but they have yet to confirm. So they're going to confirm this after they've ran a lot more larger scale testing in alpha. And they want to be sure that the features that are standing out in the game are actually a part of the game on release.
Makes a lot of sense to me.
Yep. I have to say, is if it takes a little bit more time to put together the right launch, especially, I think that's a good move.
Yep,
but
absolutely.
We do have some releases today, and one that excites me, actually. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is coming to the PS5.
Very cool.
Now, I'm not quite sure exactly what Intergrade entails, but I suppose I'm going to find out very soon. There is Ninja Gaiden Master Edition on the Switch. One hand clapping on the PC. and We Are Football also coming to the PC today.
Well, Scott, that's going to wrap up today. We'll be back again, like we touched on, 2 p.m. Eastern for Summer Games Fest. So make sure you swing by. We'll be live over on twitch.tv/the the official ITG. But if you can't join us live, no big deal. Hit us up later at insidethegame.ca. Follow us over on YouTube. Hit that sub button. And of course, podcasts and TV streaming networks around the world. Until later today, everybody. We'll catch you later. It's Inside the Game.